Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sony Cool and this is Gems of War. And today, we have the Tower of Doom. Yellow Tower of Doom. Tower of Doom. Defeat dooms and gain points for your guild. Build a team from a color yellow and search for the dooms. So that's what we will be doing first, making teams for that guild event, the Tower of Doom. After that, we'll be going over the week's preview for the Nexus. Weekly preview Nexus. So, Underspire, Event Key Drop Table, Soulforge. You know the drill. How'd everybody do in the Vault event? Update, I think, tomorrow. It was supposed to be last Tuesday. They said they're going to do it this Tuesday instead. They pushed it back. So, I'm pretty sure it's tomorrow. Like, if it's not tomorrow, then they're pushing it back again, which I don't think is going to be the case. I think they probably made sure to figure it out in the last week so they could get it out tomorrow night. Usually it's at nighttime on Tuesday, at least for me. I'm Eastern Standard Time, and it's usually around like 7, 8, 9, something like that. 9.1 update Astral Spire will be out tomorrow night. Maybe considering doing a live stream on Wednesday, but the only way that would happen is if we have a good stream today, a good stream tomorrow, motivates me, and then I also get my EverQuest video done before Wednesday. So I need a lot of motivation today and tomorrow on these two streams so I can feel like getting my EverQuest video done for Wednesday, so then maybe we could stream Wednesday Gems of War to go over the update and whatnot. If not, it's cool. We'll do it Thursday or Friday or something like that. Probably Friday, but we'll see. But yeah, if we have a good stream today and tomorrow, I might just stream Wednesday to go over the update. But we'll see. You never know. Alright. Hit the like, turn your ticket to the train. I gotta set up the stream. We got a Nexus week, so we'll go do the epic trials in the Nexus on autoplay while I set up the stream real quick. Not really part of the stream here, but this is how we have to do it to set up the stream on PlayStation. So bear with me for about 2 or 3 minutes. You guys watch that while I put on the thumbnail and all that good stuff. Thought I saw Sana there. Hello, Sana. Good morning. Setting up the stream. Copy this. Paste it in. Yeah, how'd y'all do in the Vault event? Mine was not great. It wasn't bad. It was just... I was doing amazing. I felt like I was doing awesome. Like, I was going fast. I was getting so many miststones. I had so many pity keys. But I was getting, like, really unlucky somehow. I was getting, like, gaps where I was only getting, like, 19 vault keys or 21 vault keys, when normally I would get something more in the high 20s or early 30s. And it was frustrating. So, you guys have mentioned your frustration before with the Vault event, and I always say, like, you know, just keep going, you know, do your Explore 1, all you can do is keep going and all that. Well, I got a taste of that medicine over the weekend, and I still got my 300 vault keys, but it kind of, like, the way it was going was just discouraging, and I was like, alright, we'll try next time. You know, I was going to try to break my record, but it just wasn't happening. I felt like I got gypped out of, like, at least 50 vault keys coming into Sunday. And then it wasn't very motivating to go try to get like 500 when I was already kind of gypped out of like 50 of them. I don't know. I was just getting really low. I was going super fast, getting tons of miststones, getting tons of pity keys. Like, I can check that stuff to see if I'm like, am I doing bad? Am I going slow? Is the game laggy? Like, what's going on? I can look into that stuff, and I was going fast. I was just getting really unlucky with my vault key drops from the gnomes. I got some, my epics were pretty good, but otherwise, my regular vault keys were kind of butt cheeks. Gems of War, Tower of Doom. See, I need to not talk while I'm doing this so I can just get to the stream. But I got like 300 something. I made myself get 300. I feel like it's a fail if I don't at least get 300. I was buying a bunch of offers. I was getting pretty lucky otherwise. Like, I got the Horde Mimic, right? So that was cool. Maybe I used all my luck on that. My epic vault keys were actually 10% of my vault keys, which is good. Actually over 10%, so that was good. I was getting a bunch of offers that I needed. I got a ton of Nisha medals, like, well, you know, Nisha badges, so they added up to like probably like 3 Nisha medals while I was doing the vault event. And then I was getting Anus, I was getting all kinds of stuff I need, the color deed I needed, like Imperial deeds. I was getting everything except for vault keys. It was kind of weird. So I wouldn't say it was like a good weekend. It just wasn't what I was trying to get a bunch of vault keys because I need gems. Like, I've made this in-game like gameplay loop for myself where I, you know, run my gems out and then I have to go get them back, and then I run my gems out and then I have to go get them back. And that's kind of like what keeps me playing the game, kind of gives me something to do. Instead of like stacking things to the moon and like not wanting to play the game, I kind of run myself out of gems on purpose. That way I have a purpose. You know, I had to go back and get those gems, replenish them, and I'm not like just wasting them. I'm buying medals, I'm buying deeds, I'm buying Imperial deeds, I'm buying writs, I'm buying stuff I actually need to increase my account, like get further in the game, like get stats, you know, kingdom level and power. So I've kind of like, as a free-to-play player, you know, because I feel like if you're free to play, you kind of have to do things a little bit different. Not really, but to, you know. So I gotta, like, it's easier for me to run out of gems than other people, right? So I run out of gems, and then I want to go get vault keys. I want to open my vault keys. I want to run my gaps. I don't want to stack them to the moon because I need the gems. If I don't have gems, then I can't play the game for real. So I make this like gameplay loop for myself as an in-game player. That way I'm not just bored of the game, just playing it to play it. Like, I have a reason to play it. Alright, looks like we won. I'll probably make a video about that one day, like the in-game gameplay loop that I do. I really need to do more PvP. That's the one place I do a little bit, and I get my gold marks, but I could get more. I could win a leaderboard, get more gold marks. I could investigate further and see if I can at least get some more levels on my immortals or something. Like, I know you can't like get a ton of extra gold marks just by grinding your face off. It's more like VP and leaderboards, and I don't know. But you could win a leaderboard and get more gold marks. Like, that's true. So that would take like a ton of grinding. But I don't know. Alright, I got that. I think the thumbnail's on if anybody wants to share it out. Let me put this up here. And I'm almost ready. But I've been talking about Gems of War, so it's not like I'm not streaming. Alright. Alright, jump into the chat. See who's here or not here. Let's see who's here or not here. You know? You can see both by jumping into the chat. Who's here? Who's not here? Hit a like. It's free. It's free. It's easy. You can do it. Hit a like. Finger the thumb. If you're lurking, I appreciate you. If you're watching after, I appreciate you. Hit that like, subscribe. Do all the free things. It's the foundation of the channel. You know, all the other stuff is super nice, but if we can at least do the free things, that'll lead to the other stuff indirectly. You don't have to do it yourself, but if you hit the like and comment and come to the streams, watch time, all that stuff, then that will lead to the other things. People will come out of the woodworks, but yeah, come on. The free things. Let's go. Come to the streams. Watch the videos. Hit the like. Leave a comment. If you want to help the channel. Tent polls. Alright, I'm ready. We got, who's here? Sana with the gifted. Thank you so much. Let's go. Murda Serta. Good job. I know that's a good one for you. You're probably like, yes. Got Murda Serta. Trey's here. Trey, my duo. Got Starla. Hello, beautiful people. Trey with a 5. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. How's it going? Chad's been a member for 57 freaking months, and he's a puppet master. He's definitely one of the last. I don't know how many puppet masters we have. He might be the only one at this point. I'm not sure. But thank you so much, Chad. That's amazing. Amazing. 57 months is amazing too, dude. What is that? That's like, once you get, if you get to 60 months, bro, that's like 5 years, right? Your alt was unlucky. Chad with a 2, dropping a deuce, slam dunking it. Yeah, I was frustrated as well. Like, I feel y'all. after that weekend, I kind of feel y'all. It doesn't normally happen to me like that, though. I normally get a good amount of vault keys. I normally get the verse I need. I can, if I put in the time, I'm able to get however many vault keys I want. But it just felt like this past weekend, like it didn't matter. Like if I put in more time, I could maybe get 400, but I wanted like 500. I wanted 600 or something, but it just wasn't happening. So towards the end of the day on Sunday, I just said, I'm just gonna verse hunt. I'm over this crap. These gaps just giving me like freaking 15 vault keys and 19 vault keys when I'm going super fast. Like has nothing to do with the team I'm using or the kingdom I'm in or me not focusing or anything like that. I was going so fast, and it was still only giving me like 15 to 20 vault keys, which is ridiculous for my Ironhawk team. That's more like a 25 to 30. So I was getting gypped like 10 vault keys every gap. It felt like. It was just RNG, it was just bad luck, but I think I used all my good luck on the Horde Mimic Mythic, the offers, the medals, all that stuff, so I can't complain too much. We'll get it next time. Yoke says, had 2 weddings over the weekend and have another one today, only working 4 hours. I wasn't home very much, so I only got 50 vault keys. Hey, it happens, man. Freaking happens. Can't be on there every time, you know? Alright, let's go. So, first thing we always do is give to our guild. Otherwise, we're going to be doing redundant things. So, guild. Tasks. Let's see where we're at. We got the basic tasks. Blue, green, red, yellow, purple, and brown. We got them all done. So, next would be purple epic. Purple epic is done. So, next we would go to the path of least resistance, pretty much. So, this one's on 88%. So, that's probably where I should go. I gave a bunch of gold to the guild over the weekend, or this, last week. And I even offered them another 5 legendary tasks if they could close out the invasion, but I don't think that we did it because we were nowhere near it Sunday night with like 3 hours left. But let's do this. That should be good. Now we can go get our mail. And in this mail, I want to see if we got the invasion done or not. Because I'm a man of my word. If they got it done, I'm going to do 5 legendary tasks. But I'm pretty sure we did not. Which is kind of, vault event. It's understandable, vault event. If we're not going to get if we're not going to, ooh, let's see what this is. So we got, I don't know if that's, because what was in there was dragonite and like a minion orb. What event was this? Oh, it was just the, okay. Nah, this was just, I didn't collect my, okay. But if there's not like dragonite, 30 dragonite, then they didn't get it all the way done. Yeah, I don't see the dragonite. I don't see the minion orb. Looks like they didn't get it all the way done, which includes me. I was only I'm in like middle of the pack, so I could have did more as well. But it looks like we didn't get it done. But here is what it looks like if you're in a really good guild. A little bit of extras in there, but not too much. Alright, that's enough. You guys have seen that before. But, if you get into a good guild, you'd be getting deeds and celestials and orbs and trait stones. Pretty much everything you need. You get the gems to go then spend on the guild event, so you don't have to, like, use your own gem stack. Look, 455 gems. We're not going to spend that much more than that on the guild event. Pretty cool. Nothing I needed there, but hey, you gotta try. I used all my XP boosters over the weekend, finally. Let's look at our offers. I'm gonna grab... I don't know. Look at my gem stack, y'all. 3,555. I went a little bit too crazy. I need to do some gem mitigation here. Which means taking more tributes, opening my vault keys, exchanging my glory and gold keys for gems. Stuff like that. That's what I do when I'm low on gems. I don't spend gems, first of all. Like, I'm not gonna buy offers now. I'm under my I usually say 5K is my basement, but This time I went a little bit crazy. I said I was going to keep spending through the whole vault event, and I went ahead and did that, which got me down to 3,500 gems, which is really low for me. I don't like seeing that low of an amount. I'll probably still buy the purple deed. I'll probably still buy Imperials, and I'll probably still buy blue deeds, but that's it. You know, there's a couple of other things that you just have to buy. But I'm going to skip out on everything else, like metals and other colored deeds and whatnot. I was buying everything over the weekend. Every colored deed, every single metal. I didn't care. Anything I can do to not have to grind explore one day. And to utilize my gem stack. I'm not just going to let it sit there and build up. Alright, so we did the offers. We did the mail. Let's go get the troop and our spoils of war. We got this troop, which we'll go over later, but just in case it's useful for the event, we'll get it now. We got Tower of Doom. I'm not sure where our scouting is. I didn't see it on Sid Bushes. We got some people reporting here, though. Looks like they're in floor 8, which is good. And they're doing it the right way. Thank you. Reporting every single room. This is how a scout should look. That's, Tower of Doom. You follow the scout's advice. We'll go over it here. Tower of Doom. Alright, so first thing you're going to want to do is buy up to the weapon. Because the weapon is the thing of the event. It'll give you more points. You don't have to use it in every single fight, but you might as well because it's just annoying if you don't. But especially on the boss fights, you want to be using this weapon because it doubles the amount of points you get from the boss fight. So we got deal 50 damage to an enemy and a random enemy plus 2 per tempering level. If the enemy uses yellow mana, inflict bleed. If the enemy has a doom, break their armor first. Which I don't mean, does that mean like break their armor? That sounds different, but I think it's just the same thing as forget the other wording. They were talking about that on the forum. But yeah, shop, buy up to the weapon, first thing. And you just got gems from your guild. From guild tasks, so you should have them to buy up to the weapon. It's 100 right there. That is 250. So yeah, all you're gonna have to spend on this event really is like 50 gems of your own. If your guild is doing guild tasks like they should be, they're giving you all the gems you need to buy up to the weapon in the event. It's not really coming out of your own pocket, and then you're gonna get the rewards from the guild event. So you're actually net positive. So there's no reason not to buy up to the weapon. My new account was buying up to the weapon. My new account was level 900 something. Nobody should not be buying up to the weapon unless you have like 0 gems or something like that, which I don't know how you did that. You need to figure that out and stop doing that. But yeah, there's the Doomed Claymore. We're gonna have to put that on every single team. And then let's go over the event in general. So it's the only event one of the only events in the game where you have to coordinate with your guild. So you're gonna have to either go to your guild chat or some external website where somebody is gonna be scouting. They're gonna go through every single room in the event, and they're gonna tell you what's in every single room. And if you're not a scout, you're gonna want to only hit the unlocks, lucks, heroisms, fireballs, and haste. You don't want to hit the armors, you don't want to hit the lives, you don't want to hit the attacks. I don't hit the magic, some guilds do, but I don't really recommend it. I don't think that's correct, because the scouts are getting the magic scrolls that are worth getting, and then there's diminishing returns after that, so really you're not getting too much. You're just wasting a sigil going in a magic scroll room if you're not a scout. And then the power scrolls, you know, follow your guilds. Like if your guild leader's telling you to get the power scrolls and get the magic scrolls, you know, you got to kind of do what your guild leader's saying to do. But if I'm speaking to the guild leaders, like it's really wasting a sigil, honestly, because diminishing returns on the stats. Like the scouts are getting the stats that are worth getting. If you force everybody in the guild to get magic scrolls and power scrolls, it's not helping as much as you think, and there's lots of diminishing returns to go with that. You know, by the time the scout, they're going to be up high in the tower and done before the other people are going to get the magic scrolls and the power scrolls, so it's not really going to help them anyway. And everybody else isn't going super high in the tower, so they probably don't need that extra 1 magic or whatever you're getting from getting 50,000 scrolls. But yeah, follow the scout's advice. Only go and unlock luck, heroism, fireball, and haste. Haste gives you extra turns, so it's worth doing because you could get a Vow Raven and get an extra turn. It's like a you break even going after haste. You don't use the sigil, but you have a chance at getting a Vow Raven, which gives you more turns. So going into haste rooms is smart, unless you already have like enough turns. If you're going to a certain floor, and eventually you can stop going into haste if you want to, but early on you should probably go into haste. You can always double up, triple up on sigils when you're close to your final floor, and haste is a break even, so it just helps you beat higher level floors easier. So it's kind of smart to go into haste rooms no matter what. Unlock you have to go into because it's like the key to the boss room. Fireball is like a free clear of a room, and if you get them on lower floors, it'll let you clear a higher level room that's harder, so it's smart to get the fireball scrolls. If you get a fireball scroll on floor 3 or 4 or 5, you just did an easy room and got a fireball scroll that can clear a room on floor 20, 21, 22, which is a harder fight, so that's smart. Heroism clears an entire floor. All you have to do is click on the boss room and use the heroism scroll, and you don't have to go in any of the rooms. Just clears an entire floor. So those are really smart to get. But make sure to use them on a floor that only has an unlock on it, because you do not get the other rewards from the other rooms. If you use a heroism scroll on the boss room, you don't get anything from the other 4 rooms. So you need to use those on a high level floor with only an unlock. So you kind of got to scout ahead, like look at the scouting and see where you're going to use your heroisms. Like plot out, where am I going to use my heroism? Where am I going to use my fireball? Like somewhere high up, but also with no unlock, or nothing but an unlock. Alright, so we got to make teams here. Let's go check out the scouting. So room 2, armor. Room 3, attack. Room 4, magic. Room 5, unlock. So we're only hitting the unlock. Room 5. Let's make 3 teams, high, mid, and low. We have to use the weapons, so we might as well throw that over there. If you have all your weapons upgraded, you can just do upgradable. Doomed Claymore. So let's upgrade it. I have enough weapon scrolls. That's nice. Barely, just enough, but I'll get more when I do this event. And you might as well, you know. Hopefully you can do this. Doomed weapons are probably one of the best weapons to use these orbs on if you don't have enough scrolls, because it's harder to get these scrolls than it is to get, like, ingots and stuff. So if you were ever going to use an orb of forging or a major orb of forging, a doomed weapon would be a good one to use it on. It's kind of hard to get these. But I have enough, so I'm going to go ahead and use them. What's it do? Drain 2 mana from yellow. Silence the first enemy. That's nice. Okay. Let's grab it. Get them all. Open up glory keys. Yep, that's a good way to get gems back. You're grinding for hours to find Baz. I know, that was the same dude I needed. Baz. Andre says, any tips how to beat the world quest? I'm stuck and can't unlock Warband until I beat it. Andre, do anything but the world quest to build up your level and get other troops. Like, go check out my new account playthrough that I just did in 2025. I started from scratch, and I'm free to play. And I started from scratch, and I went through everything you should do from A to B to C to D to E. So go watch that. Treat it like a podcast, pretty much. You know, put it in your headphones and do something else. You don't really need to watch it, per se. It's pretty long. But if you put it in headphones and, like, put it on 1.25, it'll help you a lot. Like, I've restarted the entire game from level 0, free to play. So, you know, want to try to get your Rowan. Maybe start with the Goblin team, but you shoot for Rowan, go Forest of Thorns quest line. Get your Rowan, start getting your Rowan team built up. But, yeah, just path of least resistance. If the world quest is too hard for you at the moment, just do path of least resistance. So that means, like, doing kingdom quests, maybe doing your adventure board, your dungeon, whatever's open, stuff like that. But go do a kingdom quest. Go do a class quest. Whatever's easier. Just do all the easy stuff. Like, the world quest isn't meant to really be done, like, back to back to back to back to back as it opens. Like, it does get hard. So you could beat the first world quest, and the second one could be really hard. You're not meant to do them, like, back to back to back to back to back. So try to go do something else. Go do trials, or explore, or anything that's easier that you know you can beat. And I mostly want to see you, like, open kingdom quests and classes and class quests and stuff like that. I'd rather, get all your kingdoms open, do all your kingdom quests. And then when you do that, go back and do all your class quests. You know, it should be easier than the world quest. Because the world quest does get... It happened to me, too, on my new account playthrough. Like, the world quest would get so hard that I couldn't beat it. But all you have to do is go back and just don't worry about it for a week or two and go get stronger and then come back later. I akin it to, like, Dark Souls, going to the catacombs when you shouldn't. You should go to Undead Burg and lower Undead Burg first. You know, path of least resistance. If you try to go to the catacombs right away, you're going to get, you know, effed up by the skeletons. So don't go to the world quest right away. That's too hard. Go do something else. Go do all your kingdom quests. Go do all the class quests. Maybe do some trials, whatever you got. I don't know what you got, but go check out my new account playthrough. I just did it too. It's newer, so it's like not old news. I have a whole playlist for you to watch, for you to listen to, and it'll tell you exactly what to do. And I go through the same struggles as you would. You know, some of the world quests were too hard for me too, and I had to go try to do something else first. That's what I would recommend. Path of least resistance. Go open some kingdom quests. You know, go finish some kingdom quests. Go finish some class quests instead. Don't worry about it. You're not supposed to do them back to back to back to back to back. I know you want to open the warband shop, but it's not possible at sometimes. It's just too early. You got to go do something else first. That's easier. You'll get it done. All right, we got the weapon. We got it fully tempered. I should have put it on the stupid team. I'm dumb. I should have done that first, really. What is it? The Doomed... Oh my gosh. This one? Doomed Claymore? Double check by going to the shop. I think that's it. Yeah. Doomed Claymore. What'd I say? 5 here? Alright, we got the Doomed Claymore. It has to be on the team, but like I said, it doesn't have to be on the team for every single fight. It's just more convenient to leave it on the team, because otherwise you'll be switching back and forth and back and forth. This has to be on the team to get double points on the boss fight. So I just always share teams with the Doomed Claymore on it. Alright, we got yellow. So I'm going to make... My first team I'm going to make is the team that I'll be using, which high level team. Which almost always includes Chrysantherax, I'm sorry. But I'll make a mid and a low as well. It's just the best troop in the game. It hits the hardest. It's the fastest. You know, I gotta use it. Then I think Essentia after that. Yellow. What's the 50% start for Chrysantherax? What's gonna help every single fight, no matter what? Essentia. And, you know, something that explodes and gets up Chrysantherax. So yellow, I think Harpy Mage. Harpy Mage. Or Princess Elspeth, something like that. But Harpy Mage is what I think when I think of yellow and starting quickly, especially with a enchant and explode potion. Harpy Mage. Put Essentia in last, because we want that yellow Storm of Fallen, and we're not really going to ever cast it. It's just there for the 50% start. Harpy Mage... She doesn't really have to be in first slot. We could put Chrysantherax in first slot. Let's do this. That looks good. Banner, definitely yellow. I mean, it's the yellow Tower of Doom, so you're going to use a yellow banner. You're going to use yellow troops. You're going to use yellow weapons, so yellow banner. We got yellow, red. So it really doesn't matter what we minus. Maybe we can think about, like, what class we're going to use. Doesn't really matter, because Essentia is going to do the Storm. So... Conjure a Dust Storm. I guess she's going to change it to a Dust Storm, though, when she gets casted, but... We're going to have a lot of yellow and a lot of brown. I don't know. Titan or Bard or something like that is the two I think of right away. You could do Dragon, if you want to up a Dragon. Like, Dragon might be good. Let's do Dragon, I don't know. We'll do Dragon Guard because, maybe some of y'all need to level it. Let's look at our talents. Nothing there, really. Jewelry or shield. We don't have those. Let's just do fireproof. Barrier at the start of battle, that's nice. Firestorm, I don't think it's going to matter, but I think it's going to be a yellow storm no matter what because Essentia, which is good. I mean, all our troops are yellow. Just do this. Red allies gain 1 magic, sure. Bonus red, sure. Fireblade, we're not in first slot, but that's the only thing that makes sense. Like I said, banner, we're going yellow for sure, then probably red now. Yellow, red, green. I almost always minus green on the Chrysantherax. I feel like that's a good color to minus. So here's the team I'm going to use, the high-level team. If you don't have Chrysantherax but you want a high-level team, you could do Guard's Avatar with Cirquent and Hadley. That'd be another one that would be pretty good. You could do Guard's Avatar on top, do Harpy Mage still, do the middle the same. And then, well, I don't know, because Cirquent and Hadley's pretty good. Probably move the weapon to the bottom in that case. Or you could put the weapon on top and make it a tank later. But some sort of configuration of Guard's Avatar, Cirquent, Hadley, Harpy Mage, and the weapon. Doesn't really matter which order, except for you want Guard's Avatar up pretty high so it gets up quickly and clears quickly. And then if you don't have Guard's Avatar, you could do Commander Dawnheart, which I might do for my mid-level team. But here's team code. I know this is going to be good, so I'll go ahead and show it to you. Level up that Dragon Guard. Let's make sure we're on 5. Nope. Glad I did that. We'll do a couple of fights. I was also grinding for... Phaz wasn't even that hard for me to find for real. It was like... I didn't feel like running the gaps because I wasn't getting enough Vault Keys. A lot of guild struggles with event. I think it's just the Vault event. You push to get about 300 on main. 80 to 100 on alt. Yeah, that's what I got. 300. Yeah, opening glory keys is a good way to get your gems back, especially if you're in game. You need some glory mid-game and early game for, like, the Spoils of War and the Glory Shop Troop, and maybe trait stones, and maybe, like, in case you run out of gold to go get that 1,000,000 gold, you know what I mean? Like, same thing as, it's the same, though. It's the Glory Shop Troop is the same place you do that, right? I think. So, but late game... we have so much glory, we can easily get the Spoils of War, we can easily get the troop fully ascended and all that. And then it's like, what else are we going to do with it? We might as well open up chests and get gems. So that's what I do. And then gold keys, those have gems in them. So if you have like 1 billion gold keys and you're low on gems, sit there and open all your gold keys one day and you'll get a little bit of gems. Not like a lot, but why not go ahead and get them? There could be 3 gems in every time you click the button. And you could click the button, you know, over 100 times and get a few hundred gems from that. Could you explain TOD again for beginners? Some still don't know how to play or they don't read chat. Okay. Alright, so Tower of Doom is a coordinated guild event where you need to pay attention and go to your guild chat or wherever your guild is telling you to go to look at the scouting. So people are going to go through the event, go through the rooms before you. So you might even want to wait like a day or two to even start. That way you know which rooms to go into. So you're going to look at your guild chat or your external chat, whatever it may be, Sid Bushes or whatever it is. And somebody's telling you which rooms to go into, the scout from your guild. And they're going to tell you, room 2 this is what's in room 2. And they're going to either put life, armor, magic, attack, heroism, fireball, unlock, luck. They're going to put one of those. You only want to go in the rooms that have unlock, luck, heroism, fireball, and haste. So if you see armor, HP, attack, magic, or power, you should not go in there. The only reason the scout went in there is because nobody knew what was in there before the scout went in there. The scouts are going in there to see what's in there. If it's something disgusting and gross that's not worth seeing, then they're going to tell you so you don't go in there and waste a sigil. Every room costs a sigil. So the scouts are being nice and they're going in every room to let you know what's in there. They're using their sigils and their gems and their time to let you know what's in every room. That way you don't make the same mistake and go in the crappy rooms. You're only going to go in the good rooms. So just follow your scout's advice. Only go in the unlock, luck, heroism, fireball, haste. Nothing else. That way you don't waste sigils. You're not wasting time. You're not wasting sigils. You're just going for points for your guild. Unlock is the key to the boss. You have to go in that one. So you're going to go in the unlock every single time. So it's on every floor. Unlock's on every floor. So you're going to hit unlock on every single floor, no matter what. It's the key to the boss room. The boss room is going to give you the points. And if you use this weapon here, which you got to go in the shop and get, you're going to get double points. So you need to buy up to the weapon in the shop. I mean, if you can't, you can't. And you still want to do the event and go get some points. But you should have enough to freaking buy up to the weapon, or you're doing something wrong, or you're really early in the game. So use the weapon, have it on your team, so you get double points on the boss fight. Get the unlock, that's the key to the boss room. Other good rooms to go into are Fireball, Heroism. Those are just like powerful scrolls that'll help you later in the tower when it gets harder. Fireball, you're going to click on a room and it's going to clear it instantly with one click of a button. You don't even have to do the fight. Heroism, you're going to click on the boss fight, clear an entire floor without having to do a single fight. So those are really powerful, and you should get every single one of those. Haste is just a free turn. So you go in the haste room because it doesn't cost anything, and then you have a chance at getting a free turn later on, which you can use. You can double up, triple up on sigils later on if you get into harder fights. So the more turns you get, the better. You know, if you're shooting for floor 26 and you have a bunch of sigils and you're on floor 23, then you could double or triple up on sigils and make the fights easier. Or you could just keep going. It depends where your guild is. You know, if you have all rewards, there's no point, you know, at that point. Because the Tower of Doom leaderboard is, like, stupid. It's a net negative. It's the only event in the game that nobody wants to win. Because you have to spend more in gems to win it than you get back for the reward of winning it. So it's really dumb. So you really only want to go get all rewards, guild rewards. You don't want to go for the leaderboard. So if your guild has all rewards, you're only going to floor 26 because you get weapon scrolls on floors 1 through 25, which is a resource that tempers your Doom weapons. And it's a hard resource to get. So you want to shoot for at least floor 26. So in doing that, you're going to utilize the Heroism scrolls, the Fireball scrolls, the Haste scrolls to make it easier so you can beat those, you know, level 20 to 26 rooms up there that are harder. But yeah, just follow your scout's advice. Only go in the rooms that make sense to go into. Don't go into the armor. Don't go into the magic. Don't go into the attack or the HP rooms. Those are all bad rooms that the scout discovered for you, so you don't have to go into and waste sigils on. The more boons you have as a non-scout, the worse you did at following advice. The more you wasted the scout's time. You wasted the scout's gems. Unless you go past floor 26. You start getting boons and you can't help it once you go past floor 26. So, you know, up until floor 26, if you have boons, you did something wrong. You went in a wrong room. So boons are not good. They're bad. It's like how many mistakes you made. It's not how good you're doing. You know, you want points. You want the Doom points. You don't want boons. If you're a scout, you should have a bunch of boons because you go in every single room. If you're a non-scout that's just following the scout's advice, then you should have 0 boons if you're doing perfect. If you're a good student, you know, a teacher's pet, you should have 0 boons, not 50,000. And some scouts don't even understand the game. Some guild leaders don't even understand the game, and they think you should have a bunch of boons or something. Just secretly know they're stupid and just, you know, do what I'm saying. But, you know, do what they're saying, I guess, so you can stay in the guild. But it might not be a good guild to be in. And you might just want to find a different guild if they're telling you to get boons and magic scrolls and power scrolls and stuff like that. Just consider maybe looking for a better guild. But I guess do what they say for now. Let me know and I'll tell you. Yeah, I don't know. Man, my game is lagging. Alright. Well, hopefully that helps, Sana. Let me know. Let me catch up in the chat real quick before I go to this fight. No. Yeah, I know the freaking new player playthrough will change by tomorrow because of the library thing. But it's only up to like level 50 or something, so it's probably not... Still pretty good, right? Ooh, Bork. Bork's good. Bork is good. Good idea. Harpy Mage gets... You know, Harpy Mage is second turn in power, so I think it's better than Bork. But Bork's a good idea. And then Bork is yellow-brown, and so is Guard's Avatar, so is Sir Quentin Hadley. So, I don't know. I think Harpy Mage is the best, but Bork is probably second best. So, shout out to Bork, yeah. They don't read chat and don't know how to play. They probably ain't watching me either, right? What up, Swag? Dude, I'm not the dude to ask about installing Project Quorum. I saw your comment. Swag. I had so much trouble with it, but there are guides out there if you want to look them up. Maybe go to the Discord. That's probably a good place to start. The Project Quorum Discord.
Mana surge.
Hey, the weapon came in handy there. Unlock scroll, so that's the key to the boss room. I'm not gonna go in these other rooms. They're all crap. That would be a waste of a sigil. If I go in 2, 4, and 3, I'm gonna waste 3 sigils. And not be able to go as high in the tower and not be able to get as many points. It's not smart. I don't know, people justify it somehow, but it's really not smart. You're getting less points, for real. Or you're spending more gems to get less points. Or you're spending more time to get less points. The scout already went in there and determined that it's a bunch of dog crap in that room. So you don't want to go in there. You want to go in there and step in the dog poop? Because that's what's in those rooms. Bunch of dog poop. But you guys see how Harpy Mage is getting up immediately? Bork would not get up immediately. Bork is great. If you do Mechanist class, if you do Bork, you have to then do Mechanist as well. I'm able to level Dragon Guard or Titan or Bard or whatever I want. Harpy Mage with a potion of Explode and an enchant potion, look how fast she gets up. She has a 75% start. The best Bork can get is a 50% start. And Bork is yellow and brown. Guard's Avatar's yellow and brown. Sir Quentin Hadley's yellow and brown. Commander Dawnheart's yellow and brown. Harpy Mage is yellow and red. Harpy Mage is swift, 75% start. Enchant potion gives you 2 mana. Explode potion blows up a bunch of gems. Harpy Mage is going to get up way faster than Bork. But shout out to Bork. I love Bork. Bork's a good idea as well. But it's not the best idea. Floor 2! Got 2 unlock. And that's all we need to do. Looks like it. I don't know what that is. What's in room 3? A tongue? I don't want a tongue. What's WR? Most likely on these lower level floors, there's nothing good anyway, so I'm guessing that's armor maybe? I don't know. I don't know what that is. Room 2. Alright, we'll do like 2 more fights with this team just to show the Harpy Mage kicking butt. See, up immediately. Like, the Bork might get up immediately as well, but not as consistently as the Harpy Mage. And the Harpy Mage uses yellow-red. And the Bork has to use Mechanist, and the Bork uses yellow and brown. It's just a conflict of interest and not as consistent. But it's awesome. Second best is awesome. It's like Stellarix to Chrysantherax. Bork to Harpy Mage. You could put Harpy Mage in first slot if you want here, but I'm hoping my Chrysantherax just fills on its own. Alright, first time, of course it has to make me eat my words.
Mana surge.
But like 100% of the time, Harpy Mage is going to be up on second turn. It's like literally impossible for it not to be up on second turn with the enchant potion and the explode potion and all that. So it gets 2 mana a turn. It starts with 75% mana, so by the time you're on your second turn, Harpy Mage is up 100% of the time. Alright, floor 3, we got room 2 life, room 3 armor, room 4 unlock, room 5 armor. So only have to go into room 4, and we'll do a different team now. But once again, here's the team code for what I'm going to use. I think this will be fine all the way up to floor 26. You might have to cast Chrysantherax twice at a certain point, but just match a color, get up Chrysantherax, cast it, then cast Harpy Mage, and get up Chrysantherax again and cast it. It'll be quick. Alright, let's make a different team. I might use Harpy Mage on like most of my teams. We'll see though. But yeah, I think the next best thing would probably be the Sir Quentin Hadley Commander Dawnheart business. Probably just do that. What is his name? Sir Quentin Hadley. Pretty much the same concept, just with lower rarity troops. Commander Dawnheart deals damage to 4 random enemies, boosted by my armor, so you could put your weapon in front of it if you don't want them getting hit. But I really don't worry about him getting hit like this low in the tower. So for now, I'm going to put it on the bottom. Do something like that. Banner, we got... Probably stick with yellow-red just for Harpy Mage. And... Class. This is a great time to level your Knight class. Just like it was a great time to level your Dragon Guard with the other one. This is a great time to level your Knight, which you probably don't have on 100. You get 2 class experience for every fight you do here, because it's a guild event. This would be a, mid-level team. This guy's a really good, really good legendary, top 20 legendary. And he's Guard's Avatar Light. And he's really pretty close to Guard's Avatar. He's really good. And he does, damage to 4 random enemies. So Submerge, he doesn't care about Submerge at all. He spits on Submerge, he pees on Submerge, he poops on Submerge. He don't care about it. It don't affect him at all. So let's show this team no mythics. Mid-level team. And Cirquin Hadley's awesome too. If he happens to get up, he can finish stuff off. Green to Skull, purple to yellow. Put on your guard medals to boost up your Commander Dawnheart. Floor 3. All we're doing is room 4. Sometimes I have to double check. I'd be talking. Funky Town. Okay, so you tried and failed. I know, bro. Like, I suck at that kind of stuff. I was so irritated. Don't feel bad, because I couldn't barely do it either. It took me like 3 hours. And I've already installed P99, which is kind of similar. We got a loyal mount. That's where Sir Quentin Hadley comes in handy. You don't mind staying in lower guild at all, but whenever you need someone for the main guild, let me know. I think I'm at the point I can move up. Andre says, which alliance should I pick, or does it matter? Go into the winning alliance, so you want to go into the purple one, usually. I think on every platform, the purple alliance, the Dark Order, is the winning alliance. At least that's how it's been since that stuff came into the game. The reason you want to be in the winning alliance is because you get gold marks. You get more gold marks. The perk to being in the losing alliances is you get more stats. Just in PvP though, and you're not going to be doing like a ton of PvP, so I don't think it's worth it to be in the losing guild. Or to be in Contrarian or whatever, but I'm in the Dark Order. Pretty much everybody I know is in the Dark Order. Gold marks are going to help you like get more stats later down the line, so you're going to want to get the gold marks. So you can buy books, so you can do your kingdom level and power. Probably wouldn't be a horrible idea to get like more stats early game, but the real answer is Dark Order is purple. You want to get the gold marks. So you'll fight your Citadel War fights, Andre, which is the sword one. So you go to a region and there's swords behind the region, and you'll do those fights, those 6 fights. And then the next day, if you did those 6 fights and won, you go to the same region the next day and there will be gold marks there, and you have to fight 5 fights and you'll get the gold marks, which that's what everybody wants when they're doing PvP is gold marks. It's like the main prize of PvP pretty much is gold marks, or the main resource that you want to try to get. Lore 4, we got room 2 life, room 3 armor, room 4 unlock, and room 5 armor. So I'm only going to go in 4. I might go put this stuff on Sid Bushes after the stream. Alright, Harpy Mage is up as per usual, almost always. Just cast her on Commander Dawnheart. Bang, 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 bang. Easy peasy. Alright, we'll do the boss fight and then we'll make a low level team. What do you guys think about yellow for low level? Atlanta? Probably Atlanta, right? Maybe Bork? Nah. Probably still stick with Harpy Mage, but probably Atlanta, right? Whenever I make these teams, like high level, I'm expecting you're going like at least a floor 26. Mid level, probably same thing, at least a floor 26. And then low level, I'm never like, you're low level and you don't even have Commander Donhart or Sir Quentin Hadley or any of that, and you're having to use Atlanta or Finesse or something, you're probably not expecting to go to floor 26. So I always take like a grain of salt with the low level team. If you can, of course, but if you're having to use the low level team, that probably means nobody's expecting you to make it all the way to floor 26 anyway. Room 2 life, and you could double, triple up on sigils to make her more powerful too. Room 2 life, room 3 unlock, room 4 life. So we're just getting unlocks so far. Room 3. Just the team code one more time for this one. Be a good time to level up your knight class. And it's a really good fast team. You're eventually going to have to get all your classes to 100. And this is a place where every fight's worth 2 experience. So it's a good time to be doing it. Getting all your classes to 100 is a thing you have to do for your Kingdom Power one day, so you might as well start on it. Sooner the better, because you got to do 38 classes, and you got to do 100 levels in each class, so that's 3,800 levels you got to do. So the sooner the better. Start on leveling your classes. Alright, low level team. We'll take a look, but I'm thinking Atlanta. Harpy Mage has been on every one of my teams so far. That's something you could do whatever you want, but Harpy Mage and the weapon should probably be on every team. Alright, base rarity. Let's look through the options. Might be something better, but Atlanta's so good, like as far as she gets up so fast. It's gonna be hard to beat. Bork's good too, but I already got Harpy Mage. If you're wanting to level Mechanist, that'd be a great time to use Bork. And especially if you're not using Commander Donhart or Sir Quentin Hadley. If you're specifically wanting to level Mechanist and you're using Chrysanthrax, you could do Bork instead of Harpy Mage. That'd be a good time. I always do this to myself when I already kind of know like Atlanta's probably the best option. Because I feel like I always do the same teams. I don't know. So I try to look for something different. And then Atlanta's probably not going to like one-shot for too long. You probably have to cast her twice. Other thing is like Pandalista's pretty good. But it's also... That's when you could use Bork, maybe, if you're using Pandalista. Nah, because then you got to do Mechanist. It doesn't work. If you're doing Pandalista, you're going to want to do Geomancer. So you can 50% start the Pandalistas. Another good thing would be you could do Princess Elspeth and just sacrifice your weapon and make sure that'll give you yellow. That might even be second best. Bork might be third best. Because Princess Elspeth, she gets up 100% of the time she's empowered, and then she's going to put a ton of yellow on the board on first turn, and probably get an extra turn and fill whatever you need to fill. So Bork might actually be third best. Shocktopus pretty good. The only problem with that is sometimes the enemies don't use the same colors. So it's not going to kill everything all the time, but that's a good option. Pandalista, Shocktopus, Atlanta. Finesse would be okay, but usually with Finesse you got to do a very specific team, like triple Finesse with the Nimbus Bow or the Staff of Storms, so probably not that. I'm probably just going to go with Atlanta. I don't really see anything. Sandrunner's okay. 75% start. We could put it like maybe with Atlanta, just as something different. I think Harpy Mage can handle the mana gen, or you could do double Atlanta. Would anything be better than that? We're getting down to the rares. I think I'm going to do that. I might do Sandrunner. We never see that. We'll do Sandrunner and Atlanta.
Need a little firepower?
You know, with the low-level team, you might want to throw your hero on top. I mean, Harpy Mage is getting up second turn no matter what. I don't know if I need her in second slot. Let's do that for our low-level team. I'll probably do Titan just to make sure you're extra healthy and 50% started. And the Brown Storm can't hurt with the Sand Runner. Do the Thunder Fist so we can get more magic. We've got the Dust Storm. Rock Solid. We could do this Lightning Strike. Fortitude. Banner. Yellow. I think I'm going to stick with the yellow-red. Like, let's keep getting up. Since Harpy Mage is in last slot. Right, same banner. I did the same banner for every single team. I did the Lantern banner. I used the weapon on every single team, and I used Harpy Mage on every single team. So that's a good start to any team that you do. If you want to do other troops for your damage dealers, that whatever. But I think every single team should use the Lantern banner, should use the weapon, of course, and then Harpy Mage is the best as far as getting things up as quick as possible. Alright, am I on the right fight now? Show the team code. I don't like wasting sigils. Floor 5 is... Room 3 is unlock. Low level team. Swag says, we need more people there. I think the only event I gotta get better at is Tower of Doom, but I think I figured it out mostly. And Cindy, what's the best way to get Chrysantherax? Seems you need a ton of weapons to craft. I've all Dragonite and Diamonds. You gotta get the dragons. It's like Captain Planet, Swag, so you gotta get all the colored dragons, the floral dragons. That's that's like the hardest part. So you open up the floral eggs in the Soul Forge, and you need... Like, you can work it backwards, bro. I'll show you in a second. Like, go look at Chrysantherax and see what the ingredients are, and then go find those ingredients in the Soul Forge, and those ingredients in the Soul Forge will tell you what other ingredients you need to make those things. You can pretty much work it backwards, but I'll show you. Ooh, she didn't even clear there. Huh. It's already not one-shotting. We got a decent amount of damage. Between the weapon, Atlanta, and Sand Runner. Still pretty quick. Alright, let me finish this up and then we'll go look at it, Swag. I'll just do one more fight. Red would be kind of dumb because we're getting that up next turn. I think everything's kind of... It doesn't matter, really. Up! Let's just do this. Matter. It's almost like you want to cast Sand Runner first, maybe. You gotta cast stuff twice. Only 3 yellow on the board. That could be a problem. Nope. Did brown. Floor 6 is room 3 unlock. We haven't had any special rooms yet. Something like this, just do your best. It's kind of hard to make a team that's epic and under. This should be pretty good. Alright, let's answer Swag's question. How do you get Chrysantherax? Go to Games. Man, my game is so laggy. Go to Soul Forge. That's where you're going to make it. So with any of these dragons, you can just work your way backwards. Go to the dragon, and it tells you right here what you need. So you need the bow there. I always forget how to get into that bow. There you go. You hit your right stick. You can click on the bow, I think. Can't you? R. Okay. So to use your right stick, so you go to Chrysantherax and you got your right stick, moving around on these. Then you push in the right stick on the weapon. Boom, it's Heaven's Barb. So you know that you need Heaven's Barb to make Chrysantherax. So what do we need to make Heaven's Barb? Heaven's Barb is a weapon. So we go find Heaven's Barb. It's right here. So we can hit the right again. What do we need to make Heaven's Barb? We need these two weapons. So we can go to these two weapons. We need Flowering Thorn. And we need Siege Striker. So let's go find those now. Flowering Thorn and Siege Striker. Here's Siege Striker. Siege Striker needs Narcithis, Gladius, and Thornessa. So we need those to make this weapon. Flowering Thorn needs Belcerulia, Orchitis, and Oracea. The way that you get these dragons is by opening dragon eggs. It should be in troops, right? Floral dragon eggs. You can check. This is what's in the floral dragon eggs. Belci, Thorna, Oracea, Orchitis, Orchithis, and Gladius. All the ones we need. So you need one of each of these. And it's random. Every time you open an egg, you're going to get you can get Narcithis 50 times in a row. So this is the hard part, getting all 6 dragons. You could get 5 of them easily and then need like Orchitis, and you keep getting Narcithis and Gladius and all these. So getting all 6 dragons is the hardest part. So just keep opening floral dragon eggs until you get all 6 dragons. Once you have all 6 dragons, you can then make the weapons. Should be Siege Striker and Flowering Thorn. Once you make these 2 weapons, you can then make Heaven's Barb. Once you make Heaven's Barb, you can then make Chrysantherax. That's how you get Chrysantherax. And the way you get Dragonite is mostly doing your dungeon every day, trying for perfects, doing your vault event, setting a timer, looking out for Dragonite gnomes, and, you know, in the last minute or 2 of your vault event, you let them survive and get past the music so you can get the full drops. I don't really encourage people to buy Dragonite with gold marks or in the dungeon unless you're going for something very specific. If you're cracking open random eggs, don't buy Dragonite. But once you know exactly what you're buying, you can then buy Dragonite from the dungeon. I don't really like gold marks no matter what. But if you want to buy Dragonite from the dungeon and from offers, once you get the 6 dragons, that's completely fine. Or if you're going for Diamantina or Stellarix and you have 5 of the dragons and you're waiting for that 6th one to come in the Soul Forge, then you can buy Dragonite from the dungeon or offers to get the 2,000 for that last dragon if you're waiting. But popping random eggs, I don't think you should buy Dragonite for that. That's kind of like opening chests with gems, in my opinion, which you should never do. You should never open event chests with gems, and you should never open gem chests with gems. In my head, that's similar to buying Dragonite so you can pop another egg and get a random dragon. It's not smart. But yeah. Hopefully that answered your question, Swag. Sana says, I'll give you a heads up when there's room. Let me catch up in the chat, then we'll get into our weekly preview. Alright, Chad, have a good day, man. Yeah, a couple of weapons. Commander Donhart. Is Holy Saint Astra a 50% start? That's a good idea. Is he human? Hold on a sec. That might be a better idea, Sana. You know, Circuit and Hadley's so strong, though, like, to help clean up. You know what I mean? But that might be a good idea, like a 1A, 1B type of idea. I like that better than the Bork one. What the hell? As long as he's a human, that could work. Floor 6, unlock. I don't want to be on the wrong room unless I accidentally hit the button. Let's just go down to... I'm sure you're right, but just to... Oh, she's not a... Holy Saint Astra is not a human, though, so why would you do that? You could do Divine Ishbala. You made me think about that. Look. You could do Divine Ishbala. I mean, it's 40% 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40%, 40 You saying Holy Saint Astra made me think about Divine Ishbala, which might be a good idea since you know, Sir Quentin Hadley uses yellow brown and so does Commander Donhart. You could throw a little purple in there with Divine Ishbala and that'd be cool. So the Commander Donhart team, you could also use Divine Ishbala instead of Sir Quentin Hadley. It's just like a 10% less and is all. But she's a good troop, just like Sir Quentin Hadley. Like her spell's good too. Swag says, you ever think of playing in Shroud? I've played Path of Exile and you guys didn't like it, so I tried that one. Luna's okay. Jets is here. Dr. Mops is here. Shovel some snow. Oh no, Chad. Yoke says might be the easiest Underspire this week. Wand and Chrysanthrax, Elemental and Nexus. Nice. Dr. Mops, you're making a router table? Good luck. Andre says that this game RNG, I lose hard, then the next fight I win in 5 seconds. It is RNG a little bit, but you can make it to where you have an advantage, like if you're using the right troops, like Rowan and Queen Beatrix and Gob Truffle and Miraji Queen and all that stuff. If you go after the right troops, you can definitely give yourself a better chance. No problem, Swag. Getting all your global medals? Yep. Divine Ishbala is a good idea for a 50% starting Commander Donhart. Yeah, I played Path of Exile on the channel. We gave it a chance for like a little bit. You know, I don't give stuff like 6 months or anything, but I think we did like at least 5 episodes of Path of Exile. I did a Witch, and people just weren't feeling it, I guess. I don't know. I try stuff, and if you guys don't like it, I don't keep going. Unless it's Gems of War or EverQuest, I'm always going to do those 2 things. But you know, a little bit of Dark Souls here and there. But if it's like some other game and you guys don't like it, I'm not going to keep going. All right, weekly preview. So the first thing we always go over is the Soul Forge, which I think I saw a weapon that I need. I haven't looked at this yet, but as we were looking at those weapons, there was one that I didn't have. Alright, the Mythics. We have Midwinter Lycan, Kalika, Voice of Orpheus, and Plague. Plague is one of the worst in the game. Tell you that right away. Voice of Orpheus is useful once in a blue moon. Kalika's just a damage dealer. That's pretty much literally it. Midwinter Lycan's decent. It's decent. I don't know if he's better than Voice of Orpheus or not. They're pretty close, probably. Neither one, nothing in here is top 20, so you probably should keep saving. But just to put them in order for fun, I think Midwinter Lycan's probably the best. You got 24 blue, green, yellow, Magrim Woods, Elemental Beast. Deal damage to all enemies. Create a mix of 16 Cursed Gems and Freeze Gems. So blue and brown, and it uses blue. And it then inflicts Freeze and Terror on a random enemy matching 4 or more gems. So it does 2 of the best negative status effects. Like Freeze isn't the best, but it helps, you know, if you're against like a hard team. Same with Terror. Terror's like an instant kill. So this troop secretly has like an instant kill on it. I like Terror, so. But it's not amazing or anything. It's not a top 20 or anything. It's kind of like a B- type of mythic. So if you should probably keep saving if you don't have all the top 10s, all the top 20s. If you don't have 3 Iron Hawks and 3 Takshakas and 3 Kafrus, you should probably keep saving. But it's the best one in here this week for right now. Voice of Orpheus is probably second. 22 red, yellow, purple, Leonis Empire, Divine Human. Deal damage to 1 enemy, boosted by all other allies' mana. Cleanse all allies, then give all other allies 5 mana. It's used sometimes for cleansing. I don't really use it ever, but occasionally you might use it to cleanse. Very, very specific situations, once in a blue moon. Cleanse all allies and matching yellow gems. So not super needed, but better than Plague and Kalika. Kaliko would be third this week. 24 blue, green, red, Nexus, Elemental Mystic. Deal damage to 4 random enemies boosted by Elemental Stars. Pretty much just a damage dealer. Does have the 50% chance to create the Elemental Star at the start of her turn. So she might be better than some of the other damage dealers that only do damage. Like Mamba Sierra, stuff like that. But still not great. Kind of mid. C+ maybe. Really just a damage dealer and that's it. Then Plague is last. It's one of the worst in the game. It's super old. It doesn't even belong to a kingdom. It doesn't help you with kingdom level and power. Its spell is stinky. Its traits are stinky. Its true part's awesome, though. 20 blue, green, purple, Apocalypse, Demon Fae. Eliminate 45 points of a random skill from all enemies, poison and disease them. No good traits. It's the worst one. Legendaries. We got Willow. King Bloodhammer, Captain McCall, and Zenith. Legendaries are a little bit better than the Mythics this week. But still, you know, legendaries. We don't craft them in the Soul Forge. You only craft Tesla and Emberclaw. Maybe Web Spinner, Venoxia, something like that. But you should probably get those from chests, from keys, and save your diamonds for weapons and Mythics. King Bloodhammer's probably the best one. 16 red, brown, Draxum, Undead Dwarf. Deal damage to the 2 strongest enemies and transform all blue gems to Doomskulls to boost the damage. Good with Glacia. Glaceon. Captain McCall's probably second because he's 50% start for rogues. But that's pretty much it. But you need all those. You need all the 50%. It's nice to have. You saw us utilizing them earlier. We were using the Essentia. We were using the Sir Quentin Hadley. We were talking about the Divine Ishbala. We were talking about the Holy Saint Astra. Like, 50% starts are nice because it's going to happen every single fight for sure. And it's 50%. So if you have a rogue team, 50% start everybody on your team by putting Captain McCall on there. He's important, but not amazing or anything. Willow is kind of underrated, honestly. It's shinied. 14 green, brown, silver glade, elemental beast. Destroy a row and deal damage to all enemies boosted by brown gems destroyed. No good traits, though. But it's shiny now. It's a shiny pony. What was last? Zenith? Zenith isn't bad either. Zenith might be better than Willow, actually. So I might have got that wrong. Zenith's okay, but I never really use it. I think it was supposed to kind of be like Baldur, but it just never happens, really. A 15 red, purple, Hellcrag, Demon Construct. Create 5 Doom Skulls boosted by evil gargoyle gems. Creates an evil gargoyle gem and matching 4 or more gems. So you gotta have something that's gonna do a 4 or 5 gem match, right? And then like 3 Zeniths. And that will put a ton of evil gargoyle gems on the board, and then it's gonna make a bunch of Doom Skulls boosted by the evil gargoyle gems. So it's like it's like slower and weirder and clunkier than Baldur, but it kind of does the same thing. Instead of boosting off of blue allies, it boosts off of evil gargoyle gems for the skulls. That is the troops that are available right now. I'll go over, it'll rotate later this week, and we'll go over that on Friday. Oh, the dragon. The dragon is Ruby Wrath. So if you're going for Diamantina and all you need is the red one, Ruby Wrath is sitting here waiting for you to craft it so you can get Diamantina, which is still a really good troop. I know Chrysantherax and Stellarix are in the game now, but Diamantina's, if those two didn't exist, Diamantina would be the best troop in the game. So if you got 5 out of the 6 dragons for Diamantina and all you need is Ruby Wrath, by all means freaking craft it, because it's good. But if you have like 1 Diamantina dragon, I would rather see you go after Stellarix or something. Weapons! Watcher's Cleaver. Oh, okay, never mind. It's just because I have the evil dragons. I was wondering why I had a new weapon there. It's just because I got the evil dragon. I have enough dragonite. Let's go pop an egg, by the way. After I go over... Do I have enough? I've been really lucky lately on things other than getting vault keys. I could do an evil dragon egg. We'll do that after I go over the weapons here. Alright, if I don't mention it, it's always here. This one you should get in the guild event. You should buy up to it with your gems. because you don't want to be wasting 800 diamonds and 2,000 yellow jewels and 8 celestials and 50,000 souls when you can just go get it in the shop. You're gonna get turns anyway. You need turns anyway to do your share, so why not just buy up to the weapon with gems instead of all this other hard to get resources that you need to save up for other things. Wall of water is wall of poop. Lick of fire is lick of poop. Elemental fury is an explodey for Nexus, so that's a good one. Anytime you have an explode, whatever, grant a random status effect and summon, that's a good weapon. If you don't have that, might be good to get. Got the Doom Tonto, it's not a good one. Krista Scythe, not something super recommended. Osha's Tome is good. This is better than the other one, the other explodey. I use this with like Baldur and some other teams. So you should probably get Osha's Tome if you don't have it. It's a really good weapon that I actually use. It has a blue storm on it, I think. Yeah, create an ice storm. Explodes 4 gems for each blue ally and each elemental ally. So it's really good on like a Baldur team, because Baldur wants all blue allies, and so does Osha's Tome, and Osha's Tome is blue, and it makes a blue storm and all that stuff. So it's like the Baldur weapon, pretty much. But it's good for other things, too. It's kind of like Obsidian Librum, and it's a good Jar of Eyes. It's like those. It's a really good weapon, Osha's Tome. One of the best weapons in the game. Probably top 25. Vulcan's Mace, tool for your tool belt. If you already have Osha's Tome and the other explodey, you should probably get this one next. Thorn's Blade is Thorn's Poop. Nature's Star is Doo-Doo. And yeah. So get the Osha's Tome if you don't have it. And if you do have the Osha's Tome, go get the Elemental Fury. And if you have both of those, you should probably just get something like the Vulcan's Mace. If you have all of those, then just collection purposes, grab yourself something that you don't have. It's usually a good idea if you can afford it, to get like one weapon that you don't have, so you have another weapon for the kingdom, because eventually your kingdom power is going to ask you to have a certain amount of weapons. But don't like run yourself down to 0 jewels and 0 diamonds just on crappy weapons. Don't do that. It's a mistake some beginners make. They just craft everything they can in here and get like 5 weapons. Then the next week they don't have jewels for something really good or diamonds for something really good. So it's okay to get like one weapon you don't have and get the best one you don't have, but don't be going too crazy in here just because you can afford it. If somebody brings a toilet seat to your door and it's $50 and you don't need a toilet seat, would you buy it? I always say that. Alright, what'd I say? Forgot. Oh, I was gonna get a dragon egg. Let's open a dragon egg. Which one do I need? I need the green one. Evil Dragon Egg. So I need Runetheus. I have Cranky Nose, I have Hematrax, I have Demiserius, I have Vizenium, which is the best one, and I have Amenhotrix. I need the Runetheus, please. You guys let me know if you think I'm going to get it or not in the chat. Which color do you think I'm going to get? In the chat. Remember to hit that like, it helps a lot. Remember to share it out. If you want to become a member, that'd be great. I might start doing members-only live streams. We'll see. Or I've been putting up some members-only videos, and the members get the videos early sometimes and ad-free. Like, there's definitely perks of being a member. The badge and the emojis, and sometimes you get videos early. And I put a couple videos up that are just members-only. There's nothing too special yet, but I'm gonna lean into that a little bit, I think, and maybe start making some videos that are literally members only, or some live streams. Maybe Saturday, like, if I can't think of anything else and it's like bounty, I might just do a members only live stream for Gems of War or something like that. Because it's only $2, like if you really wanted to watch and, support the channel for $1.99 to watch the live stream, I don't know. And to give back to the members, like mostly. Like, here's something that's for you only, for becoming a member. That's the main reason, but it'd be nice to like pick up a couple extra members too. Queen Bee is fire. I know, she's amazing. Extra turn a lot of the time. She throws up her own color on the board. She has royal honey. She does true damage. She's easy to get. Did anyone buy the Exalted Pass? I'm interested in that as well. Are you gonna? I wonder if people are gonna get. Some people said you only get like 500 levels worth of rewards, but I don't know. The way that the dev worded it, it sounded like you're gonna get like all the rewards whether you got there or not. Swag said it's tough. I gotta have the right build, but I think Enshrouded would be fun. I'd be willing to grab a copy of it. Your channel is definitely one of my faves and watch a lot of YouTube because I'm always out driving. Yeah, a lot of my videos are like podcasts almost. Yeah, appreciate it, Swag. The new library pass will be interesting, yeah. So the Exalted Pass gives like 1,000 gems. Blue! You think blue, Sana? I know. Wonder which one I have the most of. Let's go look real quick. Which one do I have the most of? That's probably what I'm gonna get. Do Kin of. If you guys want to bring up only your evil dragons, it's Kin of. So I have 6 of Amenhotrix, and I have 3 of Demisurius. So right now I'm on 9, 11, 12, 13. This will be my 14th egg. Trying to get 6 different colored dragons. I'm over double. This will be my 14th egg, which isn't crazy. Like, I'm free to play, so I don't have like a ton of dragonite. And I wasn't like super worried about it. After I got Chrysanthrax, I didn't, I wasn't really, and I think I was justified in not being super worried about it because the evil dragons aren't even that awesome. You know, Sinister Reaper's cool and Visinium's cool, but Panda is not better than, Panda's probably not even better than Diamantina, you know? It's not even better than Visinium, really, so. No big deal, I already got Visinium. And, so I think I was pretty smart in not worrying about Dragonite too bad in between. But this will be my 14th egg. Normally I get them within like 20. I don't know that any dragon's taken me more than like 16 or so. I don't know. Well, hopefully we can get it. We're starting to get there. These freaking evil dragons. Alright, let's go. Sana's the only one that wants to guess. So, let's see. Oh, baby! I told y'all I've been so lucky lately. I don't know why I wasn't getting Vault Keys over the weekend, though. We just got the Horde Mimic Mythic and our last Evil Dragon. Come on. Alright, I gotta use the bathroom. You guys celebrate good times, oh yeah, for me. And I'll come back and read your chat. I'm muting up, though, so you don't need to hear me tinkle. Old man drinking a bunch of water. Alright, sorry about that. That was like freaking Austin Powers. Runetheus, let's go! We got it! Come on! What the heck? What the heck? How the heck? See what y'all are saying. Sandra's here. Thank you, Jets. Andre, let's go. Wonder when the flower dragons will come in. I'm hoping with the update, but they haven't really said. You know, you guys have investigated before, and I just forget. Like, when did Chrysantherax come into the game? I think usually it's a year after. So if Chrysantherax has been in the game for less than a year, that might be the problem. Sometimes the devs are just late on everything anyway. Like, we should have flower dragon eggs, or flower dragons in the Soul Forge to craft for 2,000. Why not? There's a whole new dragon. There's evil dragons. Like, there's one there that we're working on, so why not? I don't know. They should be. And I think the update would be a great time to do it. So if they don't do it when the update comes out tomorrow, then I don't know what they're thinking. Because that'd be the best time in my eyes. Put the floral dragons in the Soul Forge rotation with the Stellarix and Diamantina dragons that are already there for 2,000 dragonite. Like, that way people can get Chrysantherax easier. There's a new dragon there. Why not? You got one that we can't get that way. Why do half of them have to be like that, you know? The other one should be available. Pants off, let's go. Tyrion says this rainbow dragon is stronger than Diamantina, but not by a lot. But green and yellow evil dragons and the master weapon are the best things the evil dragons brought us. And doing more damage than Diamantina doesn't necessarily make it better than Diamantina, says Tyrion. March 24th, so it's perfect. The update's coming out a week before that. So are they really going to screw us by 1 week by not putting them out? If it's not this update, it should be next update. You know, if it's not 9.1, it should be 9.2. But that's something they can just do without an update, I think. Alan says, keys, I think I got them as I got 1,086. Dang, you got that many keys, dude? Holy cow, you talking about vault keys? Dude, Trey showed me his, how many gaps he has. That kind of sounded suspect there for a sec. Dude, he has so many, it's crazy. He grinds Explore, like, while he's watching stuff, I guess. Tyrion says, it's later this month, wasn't mentioned in patch notes, but that would be the smart play added with update, which means devs won't, right? What up, Daniel Lucas? And hello, Alan. That's a crazy amount, dude. Good job. Alright, I have I have all the evil dragons, man. I've been getting so lucky. Just the Horde Mimic Mythic, like, every offer I was getting, like, even just getting my gaps was like fine. It was just like when I ran my gaps, I was not getting a lot of vault keys. That was the only unlucky thing I had over the weekend. I've been pretty lucky lately though, otherwise. I probably can't make anything else, but now all I need is, now I can buy, you know what's funny though? I just spent all my gems on offers over the weekend, not thinking that I would all of a sudden get the last dragon I needed for the evil dragons. But this is the point where I would actually start buying dragonite from the dungeon and from offers, is once I'm going for something very specific. So this would be the point where I would recommend buying dragonite, but I'm probably going to wait still for a little bit. I need to build my gem stack back up before I do that. But I can make the Flail of Suffering and the Watcher's Cleaver. I just need the 600 dragonite now. So I pretty much I only need dragonite now. So 1,200 here, 2,400 there. So I need 3,600 dragonite now. So that's the time to buy it, though, when you know exactly what it's going towards, and it's not going towards a hope and a prayer and a wish upon a star. But hell yeah, I'm on my way. I got the hard part out of the way. All right, so we did the Soul Forge. Next up, let's just, you know, do the weekly preview pretty much. Age of the Cycad? Cycad? How would y'all say that? Age of the Cycad? New epic troop, Corrupted Cycad. Get this troop with glory from the Ward tab of the shop. Tower of Doom. Defeat Dooms and gain points for your guild. Build a team from a color yellow and search for the Dooms. We did that the first thing of the stream. 3 teams, high, mid, and low. Altar of Malice is going on for another 41 days. Week of Nexus, all Nexus troops gain 10% to skills. Week of Elementals, all Elementals gain 10% to their skills. And bonus trait stones, if you use the Corrupted Psycat in PvP, you get a bonus trait stone. Shop. Get your spoils of war. We got the Corrupted Psycat here. 14 green, yellow, Nexus Elemental Monster. Deal scatter damage boosted by poison gems and jumble the enemy team, then convert 4 green gems to poison gems. Nothing too special, you know. If it converted all green, if you could convert like a color to green, like all of a color to green, or something like that, if it created green, that's just changing already existing green to poison gems, which it does boost off of poison gems, but it only does 4. It has a 10% chance to create a poison gem, but it's only 10%, so I'm not really a big fan of this troop. But, you know, it's okay. You gotta get it. You might as well, you have to, you know, it's a new troop. Get it fully ascended. Plus the Arcane Light trait stones. Green, yellow, you can get as many as you want right now. For troops such as Holy Saint Astra. If you don't have Holy Saint Astra fully traded. I'll mention some other ones. So that's a early game thing and early mid game thing that you should do. You know, that's what you should use your glory on, is trading troops via the glory shop. Instead of grinding, I always have an answer to do of something you can do other than mindlessly grind explore, which I think is a waste of time. You could just buy the trait stones. They rotate every week. Every color's there. Use your glory. Use your resources instead of your time. Like, what else are you going to do with your glory? What else are you going to do with your gems? You're just going to stack it to the moon and waste your time? Like, I would rather use glory and use gems than time. I don't have a lot of time these days. Alright, so troops that you could fully trait. You know, get some for your Arachnean Weaver. It has good traits. Aquaticus has the Tsunami. Bane of Ambition has the Perpetual Bone Storm, which is sick. Remember to double check these mythics. They have 3 colors, and they may not use this stone, but, you know, Poison Gaze, Bloody Bowels, Midwinter Lichen, if you just got that. It's got Icy Terror. Queen Aurora, the Rainbow Link. Quiltzama can resurrect, potentially. Alright, here's the ones you really want to pay attention to. This would be the reason, like, why you're getting trait stones, most likely, if you're doing that. Forest Guardian, 50% start for beasts. It 100% uses this trait stone. So if you don't have Forest Guardian fully traded, you might want to go invest some glory into some trait stones right now and get Forest Guardian fully traded. Same thing with Holy Saint Astra, who's very important. It's a top 20 legendary just because it 50% starts the #1 legendary, which is Tesla. And you have to have it fully traded for it to do its job correctly. So get Holy Saint Astra freaking fully traded this week if you don't have it fully traded. Luna has a good 3rd trait. Explode a random gem when matching yellow. Urskula's another 50% start troop that you probably want to have fully traded. Tannenbaum has triple skull damage versus Entangled. So some good troops there. Child of Summer's empowered. You want to have all those. Just like the 50% starts, you want to have all your empowered troops available to you as well. Just smart. Smart to have all your 50% starts, and it's smart to have all your empowered troops. Daughter of Time's pretty nice. Daughter of Yasmin's another empowered. And that's about it, I think. But yeah, get that Holy Saint Astra. You got to. Nobody should leave this week without Holy Saint Astra. 50% start. Forest Guardian, Urskula, Tannenbaum. Let's go. Alright, event key drop table is Nexus. So let's see what we can get from event keys this week. It's based on the Kingdom of the Week. The Kingdom of the Week is Nexus. So what can we get? Is there any that I'm missing? Nexus. A base rarity Nexus. Show all. Alright, so like somebody said earlier, Chrysanthrax is an elemental from Nexus, so it has 20% extra stats this week, so very smart to be using if you have it. I mean, it's always good to use, but now it's just 20% more powerful. Pretty sick. So 60 magic would be what? Like 72 magic or something crazy? Unless it's already baked in, but 20% extra. So 10% is 6, and you double that, so is it 12? Pretty cool. But you cannot get this with event keys. We're talking about event keys. You cannot get Chrysanthrax with event keys. I just explained how to get Chrysanthrax. I even demonstrated how to get the evil dragons, which is the same thing. So Chrysanthrax, don't expect to get it from event keys. You can't. You can get Aquaria. You can get Kalika. Emberclaw is one of the best legendaries in the game. Yeah. But you cannot get Chrysanthrax. You can't get Immortal Aquaria. You can't get Immortal Empyrean. The only mythics you can get are these two, which aren't very good. But Emberclaw is the second best legendary in the game. So if you want to throw a couple of 100 event keys to try for Emberclaw, I wouldn't hate it. Kind of like going for Pharaoh Cafru or Tesla or Leprechaun or something like that. Going for an Emberclaw, not a horrible idea. Emberclaw is really good. If you don't have Cafru especially. If you don't have Cafru or Takshaka, if you don't have Cafru, Takshaka, or Zarg, Emberclaw is the next best thing. So double, triple Emberclaw. Kind of puts Nexus up there in the top 10 for event keys. It's not the best, it's not second best, third best, fourth best, but it's not dumb. And it's like, if you're going for Emberclaws, that's a good reason to be throwing event keys, because Emberclaw is pretty good. But if you have Cafru, Zarg, and Takshaka, you don't really need Emberclaw that bad anymore. But it can do Takshaka, Zarg, and Cafru business until you get those. And it's a legendary that's easier to get. And it's got a good spell, too. And it's an elemental. You can 50% start with Mirage Queen. So Emberclaw is my second. It's the second best legendary in the game, in my opinion. Just under Tesla. King Heliodor is kind of like a weird trick magic ding dong. I don't know. I don't like him that much. Umbral Portal you can't get because it's a faction troop. Nexus Portals, kind of like King Heliodor. They're nothing crazy, but they're not horrible either. They're just weird. I don't know. The rest of the troops are kind of butt cheeks. I mean, some of them are unique. There's like a lot of weird troops in the Nexus. Like, they can do, if you build the right team, they're alright, but mostly you're going for the Emberclaw if you're throwing event keys, and I don't hate it. If you have 2 Emberclaws and you want your third, if you have 1 and you want your second, if you have 0 and you want your first, wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to throw some event keys. I'm not talking thousands, though. You know, throw like 500 or less and see if you can get Emberclaw. So, a pretty good one. What else is going on this week, y'all? We got Tower of Doom, of course. It's a Nexus week, so Nexus Underspire, Epic Trials, Event Key Drop Table, Weapons in the Soul Forge, Glory Shop Troop. The whole week is based around it being Nexus. Tomorrow we have Umbral Nexus as our faction event. I'll be doing a live stream tomorrow ranking the difficulty of the Pure Faction 500s. This will be our 10th one, I think. Number 10, part 10. Umbral Nexus tomorrow. We'll do it live on stream. We'll attempt the Pure Faction 500 and then we'll rank it on how hard it is, with a little bit of input from the chat. Pet Rescue on Wednesday is this thing, the Sandcastle Mimic thing. Thursday is Elementalist. So if you don't have Elementalist on 100, you might want to invest some time into that class event. If you do have it on 100, just go get your 25 gems real quick. And then this weekend we have Bounty. 3 days, 14 hours. Bounty's easy and it's really good rewards. You can get it done by Saturday morning and it gives you tons of orbs, which could be Glory and Minion, and I like it. I like Bounty. It's fast, easy, and good rewards. My second favorite single-player event. That's what's going on this week. Underspire's the last thing. Update tomorrow as well, as part of what's going on this week. The update is supposed to come out tomorrow night. I may stream Wednesday if we have a good stream today and tomorrow. Right now, we're kind of like, you know. We had some early train business. Ooh, Anita showing up right on time for my panhandling. Sana had a gifted, Trey had a 5, and Chad dropped a deuce. So pretty good stream today. If you guys want me to stream Wednesday, we'll probably have to have another good stream tomorrow. Just takes a lot of time, and Wednesday's EverQuest, and I literally say I'll make a EverQuest video every mother effing Wednesday. That's like my slogan. So I can't just not do that. So it's gonna have to be like lots of motivation for me to stream Wednesday. I mean, the update's already some motivation, but having a couple good streams today and tomorrow would help as well. Alright, so for the Underspire, like, I think Jets or somebody already said, Yoke. I don't know why I always get you two freaking dudes mixed up. Because you're always here and you guys are, like, super awesome. I don't know. So I always get you two mixed up. Not mixed up like I know who each one of you are, but like when one of y'all says something and it's like 30 minutes later, for some reason I think of both of y'all because you're mostly here, and Yoke and Jets are always here. You know, Tyrion's Tyrion, freaking Chad's Chad, and then we got Yoke and Jets. For some reason I get them, I put them in a box together or something. I don't know. Yoke's a mailman and Jets is not. I don't know. Alright, so Chrysantherax for sure, of course. I mean, it's got extra stats this week, and it's one we can use. Yeah, the wand, why not? The wand is available too, is that what you said? Oh my gosh, the wand is from the Nexus, and so is Chrysantherax. I don't know, though. Do I really want to use the wand, you know? I feel like Chrysantherax is already hogging up all the colors. Wouldn't be a bad idea. I always say, like, the wand is never wrong. I might go with Osha's Tome, though. Just so we're not using every single color in front of the Chrysantherax. It's lower mana cost. I'm going to go Osha's Tome. What else from there? Emberclaw? Emberclaw's not blue, but it is elemental. Yeah, there's really no good mana generation in this kingdom except for Emberclaw. Umbra Portal, like the Portal ones are okay. But like, Emberclaw will do something every single turn. I'm gonna try this. Not sure if I'm gonna stick with it or not, but could even do triple Emberclaw with Chrysantherax and just say screw the weapon. Emberclaw does work sometimes, triple up, you know? I don't know if it works with Chrysantherax, not 50% started. It works with like Ruby Weapon, which is lower mana cost. I mean, Emberclaw might just get up the weapon and then we can cast the weapon. I don't know. Let's try this, though. Banner, we need yellow for sure. Probably do yellow-blue. Can't minus red. I guess I'll do that. Okay, so Emberclaw's going to transform a purple. If we do Thief, we have like a purple storm. So we can transform a purple. I mean, I probably don't need it. Convert a purple gem to an elemental star when my turn begins. It would just be like to make sure 100%. Well, I guess the storm doesn't even without an explode potion, like it's probably not gonna help. Definitely a 50% start class. I don't want to do Elementalist because it's not 50% start, you know? Could do Bard, level up Bard. You got a bunch of yellow troops on your team. Could do like Frost Mage maybe. Ooh, what about let's do Tidecaller. Has Tidecaller got a 50% start? I think it does. Explode a blue gem when matching 4 or more gems. Yeah, it has a 50% start. Snap, freeze, purification, submerge, extra blue. I'll do that. Alright, let's see what happens. I'm either going to do this or I'm going to do triple Emberclaw, Chrysantherax, probably. Wand isn't wrong. I don't think triple Emberclaw is wrong. I think anything like this with Wand or Osha's Tome or triple Emberclaw. Something with Chrysantherax, though, obviously. If you got it. If you don't have it, we'll do a different team here in a sec. Okay, Underspire. Boom, there's my blue. There's my Osha's Tome. There's my Chrysantherax. There's my win. This would be a good place to do an Anu. I didn't even have an Anu on there. And I still won pretty quickly. Let's go put our Anu on. See what it really looks like. See my medals, by the way? Like, I have... Not like a lot. Like, there's people that have way more than me. But I do no Explore. You know, I do no extra Explore. I got an okay amount. Not crazy, but... Like, 6 Nishas and 4, 5 Anus. Plus, like, all the gold, silver, and bronze orbs that I haven't used yet that pretty much function as medals that you get every week. Alright, Anu on. Alright, let's see how it goes with the Anu now. Anu, the best time to use Anu is when you're using a really high mana cost troop that you can't 50% start. Because look, we get 6 mana, which is like the most you're ever going to get off of Anu. 20% of 34. Alright, blue or yellow? Got blue and yellow. Alright, so that's looking good. Highest level. Let's do one more. And then we'll make a team without Chrysantherax for everybody else. Yeah, I'm gonna like this one. Probably doesn't have to be Tidecaller. If you want to do Frost Mage, Tidecaller, Thief, Bard, or whatever you're leveling, honestly. If you want to just level something, just 50% start will make things faster. If you have any classes that you that have a 50% start that you haven't leveled yet to 100. Those are the easiest ones to level first because they're, you know, if it's not a 50% start class, it's just harder to feel like using it a lot of the time because it makes everything take longer. But sometimes you can 50% start the class with a troop, like Mirage Queen 50% starts Elementalist, but sometimes that's not available, so it's easier to do 50% start classes first. Alright, so let's say we don't have Chrysantherax. What would we do? It's probably going to be a little bit annoying because I think I would just do triple Emberclaw at that point. And I'd probably switch to the Wand then, because Emberclaw only uses a couple of colors.
They shall feel my fury.
Put the Wand in the last slot. Nah, let's put it in... I don't know. I think I want it in third slot. I don't know why. So if I fill the first 2 Emberclaws, they can kill everything on the enemy team. If I do this, then this can't kill everything. If I do this, then I don't need 3 of them ahead of it. I'm thinking this. All that's getting blocked on is yellow and red. Still catch 4 other colors. And these can get all the yellow and red. Alright, definitely doing yellow-red banner. Maybe this one again. Lantern banner all week. for everything. Class, I don't know. Same as before, pretty much. I don't. There's no red class that has a 50% start with a red storm. Unfortunately, I'd probably just go Bard, I guess. I don't know. That's the only. I don't know what to do when it's yellow usually. Bard kind of sucks, but it has a little bit of stuff for yellow, like the Bardic Inspiration and a 50% start at least. That's the only reason. Bonus purple is not bad, actually. Well, we're changing a purple to an elemental star, which doesn't use purple at all, so maybe this one. Tree of Knowledge. These are Urska, right? Ooh, and they're constructs. 1 attack or 10 life. Guess 1 attack. Need the 50% start. Oh, whatever. We're not in last position. We're not using a tome. Not using jewelry. Random stats effect. Okay. Alright, so if you don't have Chrysantherax, hopefully you have this. But thank you so much. Anita went to Meow Whammed? Meow Whammed? Is it better to play with a controller? For like Vault Event, I think it's better to play with a controller. For everything else, it might be better with a mouse or a touchpad. But Vault Event, very specifically, you can like preload inputs and you don't have to... Controller's good. I think that having both is great. I think the best of both, if you have a controller and a mouse and a touchpad, like, I don't know. PC Mobile's the place to be for this game. And I think the mouse is best for everything except for the Vault Event. But the Vault Event is so awesome, like, to have a controller for that is cool. Doesn't really matter, honestly, but, you know, PC Mobile is if you can choose, I think mouse or touchpad is the fastest for like everyday stuff. Just very specifically the Vault Event, like a controller is very good for that. Sorry, I don't know if I answered your question. It doesn't really matter for real what you got. You can make everything fast or good. We only got 1 up. Got this though. Let's go ahead and cast. I mean, it explodes. Oh, I could do this. There we go. We need 2. Oh, nice. Oh, that was cool. Alright, I'll show like 2 more fights and then I'm probably... Woo! 50 dragonite? Dang, y'all. I need to go buy me a scratcher or something. We got the last evil dragon we needed today. We got the Horde Mimic Mythic over the weekend. We're getting 50 dragonite out of a chest here. You guys think I should buy a scratcher? Should I go buy it right now and like leave the stream on and then I'll come back and scratch it on live stream? Who's Ash, Slayer? Queen Ash? She just hits 3rd slot all weird. I don't like Queen Ash. But, I like triple Emberclaw. No problem, Meow. It came from Anita. Anita's the one to thank. And, yeah, Anita, you see what happens, dude? I love gifted memberships because it sends out an extra notification to people. And they're more likely to come to the stream. So, Meow, thank you for coming. But yeah, if you don't have 3 Ember Claws, like, Queen Ash wouldn't be a bad idea. I don't hate it. She just weirdly hits 3rd slot. It's always strange, like, when you don't have 3rd slot eventually. But you have Ember Claw, so you can kill the other enemies with Ember Claw. So I don't hate it. I always gotta explain myself and why I don't, like, why I didn't make that team, you know? Why I'm making this one instead. I don't know why I'm like that. I'm never, like, putting anybody down or anything, though. But I gotta explain, like, why I didn't do that, you know? There's my two teams. Otherwise, it's going to be kind of weird. I mean, Aquaria is decent if you have Aquaria. An Immortal, you know, you could do the Immortals. Not the Immortal, you could do one Immortal. I think I like this one better, maybe? Oh, this one's alright too. But if you have to, you could use an Immortal. Maybe double Emberclaw with an Immortal and Osha's Tome or something. Aquaria might be better because it's blue to go with the Osha's Tome. I don't know though. The portals aren't bad if you want to use the portals. Those aren't horrible. For some reason you don't. You should have Osha's Tome though, but everything else kind of doo-doo. Not a big fan of King Heliodor. If I use Queen Ash, I'm usually using it with King Heliodor. They weirdly go together. But that is the stream pretty much. Found the door. I need to buy my lanterns. Or my torches. I did all my Underspire last week. Got to the 7th dragon, and then I used my extra torches to do the Sentinel fights that I had already revealed, and then some chests that I had already revealed, and then some traps after that. That's usually what I do. I go to the 7th boss, I do highest level to the door, and then I look for the dragon. I double the loot. Trey's really convincing me to double the loot of the Imperial dragon. Like, Tyrion, I think, mentioned it first. Just because, like, super in-game, you're going to run out of Imperials when you're doing Kingdom level and power. I'm still doubling the gold orb currently. Because I have extra lanterns right now, so I could really do both. Honestly, I've been doubling the gold orb and the dragonite, like the 7th boss. But now that I might still do that until I get that all the way done. But I might regret it in the long run. Because it's kind of just like FOMO type of thing, doubling the dragonite. But it also gives me a extra minion orb, so it's not just for the dragonite. But Underspire is a real, like, if you're not doing Underspire, you gotta start doing it. It's super important. Especially in-game. You're gonna regret it if you don't start doing Underspire. Sooner the better. It's just like literal awesome stuff that you need, and it's sitting there waiting for you to get it. It's not like doing a boss chest, opening it, and hoping for something. It's not like using keys and hoping for something. It's not, you know, opening a vault key and hoping for something. It's literally, it's not popping an orb and hoping for a certain orb. They're sitting there waiting for you. There's a gold orb sitting there. There's a silver orb. There's a gold elite mythic sitting there every week waiting. Plus Imperial Deeds, plus Writs, plus Minion Orbs, plus Dragonite. Underspire is really, really good, and the sooner you start doing it, the better. It's super important game mode. Just like the Underworld is super important. Early game and stuff, and like getting that all the way done, and you know. Just a couple of things I think people don't put enough importance on. If you're not doing the Underworld and the Underspire, then you need to start doing it. Because they're both really good. Especially for like the early too. Like with the Underworld, it's good early game and late game. Early game, it gives you a bunch of awesome troops. Mid game, it starts giving you extra stats for your whole account. And then late game, it's helping you with your like kingdom power and with gold. So you don't have to gold farm. It's good through the whole game, really. Underworld and Underspire. Underspire's kind of hard to do, like, all 7 dragons early game, though. But, like, go get your free lantern. Maybe do the first or second boss. Like, start doing it. The sooner the better. Stuff that I think people ignore for some reason. And they're doing other things instead. Like, when they could be... They're going to regret it. Like, the sooner the better, y'all. Like, Underspire, Underworld. Under. Do the unders. And that's about it for today. Alright, let's see what y'all are saying. Maybe we'll look at the Epic Trials real quick. Because that's the only other thing. Update's happening tomorrow night, most likely. Decided to try my luck. Your 7th evil dragon egg just got me your 5th different dragon. We talking about on your alt? One step closer to the edge. Got Amenhotrix. Stupid Vizenium, oh no. Tyrion says, once you start bookmaxing kingdoms, you will see how few Imperials you truly have. But you know I didn't do the 16 and 17, so I'm not as pressed for Imperials as other people are. But it's going to be a thing eventually for me. I just put it off a little bit longer than other people is all. I was like super thinking ahead, I guess. Well, I was going to see, like, what do I... for some reason I didn't... Here, let's look at Epic Trials real quick. What time is it? 12:30? How long have we been streaming? 2 hours? Oh my gosh. That's a long stream. Let's look at Epic Trials real quick, and then I'm probably gonna go. But for some reason, I need to get power 30 on Draxum, and for some reason I didn't do it yet. But I might see if I can do this. But Epic Trials, you got Nexus. Hopefully, most of y'all already have it done. It's a thing you can get done forever and never have to do again. And you know, if you haven't done it yet, that's gems that in your stack that are just you don't really have, honestly. You're going to have to buy this pet one day. So if you think you have a certain amount of gems, you really don't if you didn't do your Epic Trials yet. You're going to want to get this pet. It's like an easy to get pet for the kingdom. That way you're not doing pet rescues for the rest of your life. It's kind of like getting the faction pet. It's kind of like, you know, the Epic Trial pet is like getting the faction pet. It's an easy one to get, fully ascended without, you know, RNG and pet rescues over and over and over and a bunch of other pets that could pop instead. And that's like really a hard way to go about getting pets is pet rescue. But Trials, there's one just sitting here for you that you can get fully ascended just by doing these fights. You got to buy the pet after, but it's a cheaper pet than if you got it otherwise. So very smart thing to do as well is your Epic Trials, because you get it done forever, you never have to worry about it again, and you get a fully ascended pet for the kingdom. You got Doomed Gargoyle, Queen Ash, the Umbral Giant, and Shale. Convert a chosen mana gem to an Uber Doom Skull. 50% skull reduction. Queen Ash does the heavy splash damage to the second to last enemy. So weird when there's no second to last enemy, though. The Umbral Giant deals damage to an enemy that converts 5 green gems to brown giant gems. So you want to cast... You normally want to cast this when you have green next to brown. That way you're going to get at least something out of it. And then Shale converts a mana gem into an elemental star. You're probably going to want to do that when it gives you an extra turn. Find a spot on the board where you can get an extra turn with that elemental star. Elemental stars are green, red, blue, and brown. So you're going to find a spot to place that will match with one of those colors. Same thing with this Doomed Gargoyle. You're placing the Uber Doom Skull where you're going to get either a skull extra turn or do a bunch of skull damage. So you got 2 troops that are similar where you're going to place a gem in a specific spot. Or not cast it. Like if you don't have a good spot to cast it, like to place this mana gem or this elemental star, then you're not going to cast her. If you don't have a good place to place this Uber Doom Skull, you're not going to cast it. If you don't have green next to brown, you're not going to cast this. Queen Ash, if you don't have something in second to third slot, you're probably not casting this. They all have like very specific times you would cast them. I think the enemies aren't too bad over here. Like this does nothing pretty much. That scatter damage is really weak. This does nothing pretty much. That's how they made this easy. Like this team isn't amazing over here, but this team is weak sauce over here. So you should win just because the enemy team is horrible. But just remember to cast these in their specific situations. Doomed Gargoyle, you're only casting when you can place that Uber Doom Skull in a good spot. Queen Ash, you're only going to cast if there's a second to last enemy to hit. The Umbral Giant, you're only going to cast when there's some green next to brown, so when you turn that green to brown Giant Gems, you make a nice, at least 3-match with the brown Giant Gem. Hopefully a 4-match, but... And then Shale, you're only going to cast when you can place an Elemental Star somewhere and get an extra turn. I mean, if there's nothing else going on, a 3-match would be okay, but hopefully an extra turn. And then the enemies are horrible and easy, so... As long as you do those things over here, you should be fine. And then you got 50% skull reduction here, 50% skull reduction there. You know, you should be stealthy here. A dust storm there. Like, your team is so much better than their team that that's how you're going to win. But Epic Trial should be pretty easy. Alright, let's quickly see why I haven't Power 30'd a Dragzum. I think maybe I didn't have enough medals or something. So the way you want to do this is mythics and commons, pretty much. Both sides of the spectrum. So 15 Dragzum troops. First thing I do is make sure I have 15. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 15 right there. So we have enough troops. You can look at your mythics. This one's already gold-deleted. That's gold-deleted, gold-deleted. We could do this one. Gormengunder. So, he's level 20. He's okay. I usually use orbs on these, because that's the best. Like, orbs, if you use them on mythics, you're getting the most out of the orbs, right? I have 209 bronze orbs. Go do that. We got 39 silver, so I can do 39 mythics right now. Let's do it. Uh-oh, what did I do there? Use orb. This is for a stat, so it's totally worth it. 25, I got 25, so I can do 25 mythics right now, actually. Alright, I got Gormengunder to gold elite. We just utilize those orbs in the best way that they can be utilized by doing a mythic. So after you do that, I have all the mythics gold deleted now. So you want to go to commons after that and use medals. So gold deleted, gold deleted. Alright, we got... He is, I don't think a common, but he's a rare. But it should not take too many medals to do. Then you're going to want to do... It depends here. Like, a good rule of thumb is to do 100% chance. But if you have way more guard medals than you do of Yasmin, you could do 3 guards here. If I had triple the guards of my Yasmins, I might do guard here. So it's a good way to think about it. Like, if I had 75 guard medals, why not use 3 guard medals to get to 100%? But I only have 37, and I have 25 Yasmin, so I'll probably just use a Yasmin because it's a 100% chance, and I only have to use 1 medal. Let's do that. So you don't want to use orbs on these low rarity troops because it's so easy to get Yasmin and Guard and Orpheus medals. You don't want to waste an orb. You want to use these orbs on mythics, not like commons and rares and stuff. I don't even know if I have enough to do them all. I usually make sure I have enough of something before I start doing it at all, but I think I have enough, so. Alright, so next, he's gonna need, can either do 2 Yasmin or 1 Orpheus. You know, I don't have double the amount of Yasmins of my Orpheus. I'm gonna use Orpheus. It's a 100% chance. Usually, the rule of thumb is if it's a 100% chance, it's usually not wrong. And then, once again, same thing. Until this gets down to like 12, I won't even consider using 2 or 3 Yasmin. Well, this time it would be 3 Yasmin, so. Do an Orpheus. Just make sure to never go under your global amount. Like, I don't want to go under 3 Orpheus. Alright, so we got 2 more done. How many did it ask for? Ooh, I gotta do 7. Alright, let's get it moving here. I'm gonna do just low rarity troops. And just 100% chances right now. Bang. Bang. Trying for power 30 on Drexum. And bang. Alright, that one's done. Next up, Dwarven Zombie. Some you're gonna have to do. It's not like super exciting, but... Alright, until I have like triple there. Keep doing this. I might throw a few guards in. Like if I don't know, I might do it. Before I... We'll see. Like right now I can still use guard. Like maybe I can't. I probably should have done it there. The higher the rarity you go, like the more I'm not gonna be able to use guards for it. Alright, let's see if we have a couple more rares maybe. I might use a little bit of guards just to use them for something. Yeah, we only got 2 rares left, so let's go ahead and use some guards. Why not? Because once we get to like ultra rare, I don't think we can use guards anymore. It's going to be like a 12% or something. So let's use 3 guards. A couple of times. The way we're using them. Saving some of our higher level ones, you know. Same thing here. We could do 2 Yasmin, but oh no. Let's just do this. Alright, and we're using a lot of Orpheus, you know. Might want to use more lower rarity ones. I got him done. Do this guy. Come on, game. I hit the square. What are you doing? Alright. Let's do this again, because I just feel like it's not going to be possible after this. And I'm not going to be going to another kingdom and doing kingdom power for a while, so I can build up my medals again. I don't really care about kingdom power, like, past a certain soft cap. You know, I do care about it up to a soft cap, but from going to 30, I want to get my kingdom to 20 first, so in the time it takes for me to get a kingdom to 20, I'll build my medals back up. So I might do 2 here with this. Save a Orpheus. Another one done. Gotta do 3 more. Legends aren't like Glaceon might be good to do for me, just because I have it super close. But I'd have to use a Nisha medal. But it's only 1 Nisha medal. I think I might do it. 1 Nisha medal to get Glaceon gold deleted. I think I'm gonna do it. To save some of my other medals a little bit. Like, he's so close. I think it's worth it. I'm gonna do it. Now I only gotta do 2 more. Now he's gold deleted. And back to the bottom. Back to the lowest. Lost Warrior. Now we're doing ultra rare, so you'll see that now our guards, you know, pretty much aren't involved at all. We can't do guards now, so that's why I did guards in the last 2 rares. Could do 3 Yasmin. Might do that once. Here. It's easier to get your lower level medals back than your higher level ones, you know? Then we have to do 2 Orpheus or 1. I'm going to use an Arania, I think. These are like so useless. I could use all of those. It wouldn't hurt me at all because +4 attack's stupid when you have seasons with +4 attack, life, and armor. You're never going to use Arania. So Arania are pretty much only for gold eliting. I could use all those. And we'll do another Arania here. I think I did it pretty good. Alright, one more. Living Rhyme. Let's do Chris Hound. Chris Hound's probably better than Living Rhyme. Oh wait, we got a silver up here. Let's do this silver. It's already most of the way there, so why not? And we'll just do another Arania. Those suck. Bang! Alright, now what's it need? Maybe this is the reason I didn't do it. Level 20? Do I... Maybe I don't have enough. Maybe that's why. Oh wait, we got this. So we have everything on 20 except for this guy. But it's because he's not ascended. But I'll just do this. I mean, you could wait, but I'm getting a stat right now, so... What else am I going to use my blue orbs on? Other than, like, bounty troops and invasion troops and stuff. Alright. Got that done. What's last? Oh no, it's not achievable, that's why. Dang it. So that's why I wasn't doing it. I was wondering. Well, I'm definitely not doing this then. Unlock 3 traits on 39 Dragzum troops. Well, y'all gotta learn something here with me wasting a bunch of... I just wasted a bunch of medals and stuff. Oh well. No big deal. At least we know. There's not 39 Dragzum troops yet, so it's not achievable. So I shouldn't have done Dragzum. I'm an idiot. I should have cut the stream earlier. What a dummy. Oh well. Well, now I know. Now it's like right in my face, at least. I work on a different kingdom. Forget what I was working on. I think Sword's Edge, maybe? No. Well, that was stupid. When are they gonna put another Dragzum freaking troop in? I usually don't make those kinds of mistakes. I think I was doing Leonis Empire, maybe. But I don't have enough blue books yet. So in the time it takes me to get 9 more blue books, I'll probably replenish everything I just wasted on that Dragzum. Anyway, what a way to finish. Yeah, I'm an idiot, Tyrion. Wish you would have said something sooner. I knew there was a reason I hadn't done it yet. Like, why would I just leave it like that? But, oh well. No big deal. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell you about the channel, comment below. See, I can't make that mistake again. Took an L, but I learned a lesson. But I also can't reverse it. So, you guys don't do that. Until we get a... We need another troop. We only got 38 out of 39. When the hell is Dragzum? Hopefully it's coming soon. Maybe it'll be soon. Here, let's look. Is it anytime soon? That'd be great. That'd make me feel better. Nah, I don't see it on the calendar. That's poopy. Well, it'll happen eventually, and then I'll be right there. We'll get a Glory Shop troop whenever the next Dragzum week is. Let's see if we've had one recently, too. Hold on a sec. Stormheim, Swords Edge, Nexus, Valpakia, Urskaya. Bright Forest, Galvania, Blackhawk, Darkstone, Groshnok. Is that like 10 of them? Ten of them, 10 of them, 10 of them. What about this road map? That don't help anything. Trying to figure out when Draxum is gonna be. December and January. Forest of Thorns, Asian, Pridelands, Karakoth, Hellcrag. Hellcrag, Kitar, Suncrest, Leonis Empire, Bright Force. It's gotta be soonish. We haven't seen Draxum in a long time. We haven't seen it in a long time. It's not gonna be forever. It's gonna be in the next 3 months or so. We'll see Draxum. I'm gonna look one more just to make sure it wasn't in like October or something. So if we just had it, what I'm doing is looking at the calendars on gemsofwar.com to see when was the last time we had Draxum. October and November. Hopefully it's not on here. Urskaya, Silverglade, Blackhawk, Wild Plains, Divinian Fields. Urskaya, Pan's Veil, Dragon's Claw, Groshnok, Valpakia. I bet you it's in April. We'll probably have Draxum in April. We have not had it in such a long time. So, making myself feel better here. I think we're going to have Draxum soon. Just not in March. And March is almost over, too. We could have Draxum in 3 weeks from now. Then I'll be happy. But yeah. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your good about the channel, comment below. And I'll see y'all next time, which is tomorrow for the ranking the difficulty of Umbral Nexus. We got an update tomorrow night, but we're doing the stream in the morning, so I doubt we'll have the update. Maybe they'll put it out tonight. That'd be great, but probably not. If we have a good stream tomorrow, maybe I'll stream on Wednesday. You guys are halfway there already. We had a decent stream today, but Tuesdays are usually kind of a dud, so I'm not, you know, holding my breath or anything. But if we have another one tomorrow, like similar to this one, then maybe we'll stream on Wednesday too. So, hope to see you there. Thank you so much, Anita. Thank you so much, Sauna. Thank you so much, Chad. Thank you so much, Trey. Appreciate it. Lights on, doors open, helping me and my family, keeping the channel going. And the rest of y'all, appreciate you being here. Tent poles, hit the likes. That watch time. Our views are up a little bit. Our subs and views are up a little bit. It's kind of not great because we've been down, you know, like our channel. But we're up. We're up right now a little bit. As far as like views and subscribers and stuff. But, you know, I would love to get the views up higher than, for sure. They're kind of low right now compared to like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. But they're up right now by like, probably by like 20% or so. They're up by a little bit, 20-25%. So that's pretty good. If we can keep that up, that'd be great. Going in the right direction. Subscribers are up by like at least 2 times what we usually get in a month. Which we don't get like a lot, but we're back to like respectable. So subs have been pretty good, and views have been like 10-20% better than usual. So let's hope it keeps going that way. That'd be great. And yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining me today. Sauna, Tyrion, Anita, Slayer, Meow, Andre. We got Anita. We got Sauna. We got Beg for Mercy. Now I need to spend gold marks on Dragonite? No, I won't. I won't. I'd rather use them on books. I don't care. I'm not doing that. I'll buy. Once I replenish my gem stack bag, I will buy it in the dungeon and from offers, but that might take me a little bit of time. I just spent all my freaking gems. I don't know. I did a couple boneheaded things. Not really boneheaded. Both things are fine as long plays, but like in the short term, I shouldn't have done that to Draxum, and I probably shouldn't have bought a bunch of offers over the weekend. But I didn't know I was going to get my last evil dragon. And Draxum is going to be coming around in the next 3 or 4 weeks anyway, so both things weren't that bad. But if I could go back in time, I probably wouldn't have done the Draxum, and I wouldn't have spent all my gems on offers over the weekend. But one of the two, how could I know that I was going to get my last evil dragon today? And the other one is fine, because it'll be fine pretty soon when Draxum comes around. And I'll be able to immediately power 30 it. And when it's coming soon, because we haven't seen it in a long time. It's coming soon. So no big deal. Jets was here. Alan was here. Daniel was here. Got Andre, Sandra, Swag. The Swagma out of Funky Town, Texas. Dr. Mops was here. Good to see you, Dr. Mops. Andre Yoke. And my chat won't go back super far for some reason. YouTube wants to make out with Trey, Tyrion, and Chad. And Sauna. They're the top fans, it says. Prior to Nexus, Draxum was one of the newest kingdoms. And it's a few months off till Draxum can be maxed, I think June. Dang, they still got... I swear it was... Like, if you go back and look at all the calendars, we've seen every freaking kingdom except for Draxum, it seems like. So, what is today? What's March? So it's almost April, May, June. That's not too bad, at least. Not too bad. I don't know. I shouldn't have done it, but it's not the end of the world. Draxum will be here. It has to be. All the kingdoms rotate 38 weeks, you know. And we've seen, like, so many kingdoms already that Draxum has to... It's not going to be, like, 38 weeks until we see it. It's not even going to be 20 weeks until we see it. You know what I mean? Like, it's... Maximum, it's, like you said, maybe June 1st or something. But I'll be ready to go, at least. But, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. If I could go back, I wouldn't do it. But I hope we see Draxum soon. But, yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Let's try to have another good one tomorrow. And I'll gift you with a extra stream for the update. Have a good rest of your day. Peace out. Open them vault keys. Do that Underspire. Do that Underworld. Do those epic trials. Go to floor 26 in Tower of Doom. Don't be going in those stinky rooms with the dog poop. The scout already went in there. They already smelled it and stepped in it. You don't need to step in it. Boons are not good unless you're a